What is going on, party people? It's your main man, Cesar Rodriguez, and I am so excited over here. I am in my home studio, and this video, and the purpose of this is because I want to share with you 5 do's and don'ts when it comes to social media marketing right now during the coronavirus pandemic. As you know, the game has changed. It has changed in a very big way, and because of this change, a lot of people in the world are not quite sure how to act, how to react, and what to do. There's a lot of network marketers out there. For those of you that don't know who network marketers are or what they are, what profession that is a profession where you can get behind another company. You can actually represent another company instead of trying to create and invent something yourself that you want to sell. You can find a company that's got a great product or service, and you could basically team up with that company, work with them as an affiliate or a representative or a distributor or a social marketer or whatever language they use, and you can get started with a company like that, and you can begin to sell their products, and the company will actually pay you to sell their stuff, and they'll give you the website. They'll set you up with everything that you need. They'll say, hey, here's your marketing material. Here's your own website. For those of you that don't know what a big deal that is, I'm a guy who owns a clothing line, multiple companies, and just to be able to set up a merchant account is a giant pain in the butt. To be able to take credit cards from anywhere in the world is a giant pain in the butt. To be able to have that and to tie it into shopping carts and then to have those shopping carts trigger and to pay you and to be able to create something and have the marketing and the videos and to create all the content around it and to have the infrastructure. And if anyone has problems, you have to basically field these customer service issues or problems yourself, or you have to, handle billing and all this. With network marketing, you can just find another company that's like, hey, we've got all these dope products, get started with us. You can market our stuff right away and start making money. There are so many companies out there that are legit and very, very lucrative and very fun to work with because you get a community and all kinds of people that want to help you. So if you're watching this and you're a network marketer right now, congratulations, because you're a part of a really phenomenal industry. And right now, you have the ability to work from home. And for those of you watching that don't have that ability, you're probably now realizing how important it is to be able to have control of your financial situation. There's a lot of people out there right now that they're being told, hey, your job is considered non-essential right now, which means we're not going to pay you. Stay in your house. You're on lockdown. You're on quarantine, because that's happening to entire countries. It's happening to cities, and it's popping up right and left in states. I mean, like, states are just going under like every single day. It's like they're like, hey, this state is now on lockdown. Stay in your homes. And the severity of this is really huge. So what's happening is right now we have, as network marketers, a great opportunity to be able to go out there and help other people to know what it is that we do and to give them the opportunity to make money from home. And because of social distancing, you can't just walk up to people, prospect them out in the streets, which has always been one of my expertise, is teaching people how to break the ice, make friends. Well, right now, you probably shouldn't be shaking people's hands, right? You probably shouldn't be getting within 3 feet of them when everyone is saying stay 6 feet away from people, right? To stop the spread. So what I wanted to do is I wanted to help everyone here who is in network marketing to understand 5 crucial do's and don'ts that you need to do right now in your business if you really want to be successful while practicing social distancing and building your business on social media. Now, I'm going to have an entire training where I go into way more detail than I'm going to here. This is just 5 do's and don'ts. I actually have another training where I'm going to share my entire game plan and formulas and everything that you need to really build your business completely online and to blow it up. This is the stuff that I have used to be a #1 recruiter in multiple companies. Literally, I prospected and recruited thousands of people without ever leaving my home, right? And I'm a person who mastered the cold market out and about, but then always then learned and adapted to be able to build my business online. I was a #1 recruiter in a company with hundreds of thousands of people that was worldwide, and I only did presentations over the phone and the internet. So I'm going to break down all that stuff to you in another training. If you are interested in attending that training that I have for you, it's free. Just type invite. If you're watching this on Facebook, comment the word invite on Facebook, and I will send that training to you via Messenger. Okay, so I want to get back to the topic at hand, but I wanted to know that. So type that out, invite, type that out. And if you're watching this via replay, go ahead and type replay. And by the way, when you type invite to get this invitation from me to see this free training that I'm going to be doing, what I want you to do is make sure that you're doing it on my actual fan page. If you're not commenting on my fan page, which I see there's a whole bunch of you guys watching right now, big shout out to all you guys. I see there April, Sherry, Justice, what's going on, Lauren. Make sure that you do that on the fan page. Okay, so let's get into these 5 do's and don'ts when social media marketing during the coronavirus pandemic. So number 1, do understand that if you have a product, service, or opportunity that can help people right now, it is your fiduciary responsibility to tell them about that. It is your responsibility. Everyone right now has a role in this crisis. Some of you, your roles are to sit in your home and don't leave unless you absolutely have to. Other people, doctors, nurses, grocery store attendants, they have a role in this. And a lot of them, they feel like they've been drafted by the military. And a lot of these people, they're out there doing what they need to do for the entire society, for the world as a whole. The cashier at the grocery store today is more valuable in today's economy during this pandemic when people are on lockdown than the person that used to be some hotshot that worked at some job that they thought that they had a lot of clout in. Well, now the cashier and the person in the produce section, they are the new kings. They are the ones that are out there right now on the front lines of this battle trying to serve and help you. Well, guess what? If you're in network marketing, you have a role too. Your role is to be able to help people. If you have a product, service, or opportunity that can help people, then it's your responsibility to help them. And I want you to have that perspective because here's the thing. There are a lot of people right now that they are scared, they're worried, and they need your help. They don't know how they're going to pay the bills. They don't know how long this is going to last. Imagine being the person that can go to those people and to help them right now and to share with them that you have a way where they can make money online from home. This is not the time to sit back and Netflix and chill. Those are the orders to the masses that don't have an amazing opportunity and a gift to give like you do. You can help to change people's economies. You can help them to change and no longer be stressed or worried or fearful. If there's anyone you care about, now is the time to reach out to them. But guess what? You need to do it right. Because now in this climate, it is more important than ever to make sure that you do this right and you approach them the right way and you say the right thing in the right order and in the right sequences. Otherwise, you could come across in a way that you don't want to be perceived as, which is why I'm doing this training that I'm going to give away for free. Not this one, but the other one that I told you. All you have to do is type the word invite in a comment below this Facebook post. And I will send you that link to attend that free training. And in that training, because I'm going to have more time, I'm going to have an entire hour, I'll be able to go into my blueprint, strategies, scripts, and everything that you need to do, or most of the things that you need to do to be able to really trigger this off and to do this successfully and to build your business successfully online using social media. So it's very important that you do approach people, and it is very important that you do it right. So let me help you to do it right. Let me give you a quick tip. This is the second one of the 5 do's and don'ts. Do care before you share. Nobody cares how much you know until they know how much you care. You may have heard that before. Famous quote from, I believe, Zig Ziglar. But what I need you to understand is that it has never been more applicable than now. Don't just reach out to someone and say, hey man, I got this great opportunity. You need to take a look at this thing if you want to make some money online. Ask them how they're doing. Ask them how they're holding up in all this. First care, then share. And the beautiful thing about this is if you care first, then what's going to happen is they may give you a really great segue or transition into what you need to say next in order to properly expose them to your product, service, or opportunity. So make sure that you do that. One thing too I want to say, because I know there may be some people that are watching this that are not in network marketing. If you're not in a network marketing business and you're like, well, how do I start? Where do I get one of those? Like, how do I know which ones are good and bad? Before you just start Googling, how do I start a network marketing company or something? Just feel free to reach out to me, guys. I'm not actively building. My focus is helping other people who are in that industry. I'm a trainer to the entire industry, but I'll be happy to refer you to someone that I know that's a top earner and a top leader in another company. I have connections in literally every company that there is. So you can just tell me, hey man, I'm really interested in, health and wellness or anti-aging or whatever it is. I know someone that would be in that industry and I can point you in the right direction to someone that would actually be a good leader. So I wanted to make sure that you guys did know that, though, to care before you share. Now, the next thing that I want to say is do take the time to invest in yourself. Don't just watch TV right now. Again, Netflix and chilling is not for you. This is your time to be able to invest in yourself and to grow. I want you to think about something. There are people that they go to jail and they come out having read dozens of books. They have new skills and increased vocabulary, and they're stronger physically. They're in better shape because guess what? They were on lockdown. They had nothing else to do but to do push-ups and to work out and to read books to pass the time. Why not take this as your opportunity to do that? It's like time has frozen for some of us. And even if it hasn't, you're saying, well, Cesar, you don't understand. I got 17 kids in the house and they're running around like crazy and I'm trying to homeschool them. Read your books to them. But Cesar, they're 5 years old. Doesn't matter. Read it to them anyway. Maybe they'll pick up a thing. Read it to them and then break down what you just read. That's your new homework. Pay attention, kids. The point is, and the bottom line is, don't look for excuses. Anything I say, you can find an excuse to. You can say, oh, well, I'm not gonna invest in myself and do personal development and work out. And, I'm not gonna do that, Cesar, because you don't understand my schedule. Okay, I'm not here to fight for you. If you want to keep your excuses, I'll let you keep them. I'm just trying to help you guys out and keep it 100. So the next thing that I want you to understand is, and I've got some notes over here. Man, this is good. Oh, by the way, you know what was really cool? Side tangent. My aunt just messaged me and she said, hey, Cesar, I'm actually reading this book right now and I am taking this online course. And I just thought to myself, how amazing is that? My aunt is doing this. People are doing this. People that aren't even in our industry are thinking to themselves, what can I learn now? What have you just observed? Because I want you to realize something, guys. The definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over again and expecting change. Do you know how many people there are right now that they just got told your job is not essential, you're on lockdown, and the checks aren't coming? Think about how many people have gotten that message. And you know what they're doing? Nothing. They're doing nothing about it. They're not even going to learn their lesson. They're waiting for this. They're just going to wait for this thing to hopefully blow by and hope everything's going to go back to the way that it was. And then something like this may happen again in the future and they'll continue to be unprepared. I'm pleading with you to not be the same. Up your skills. Right now, you can go in a hole of personal development. You could watch tons of videos on YouTube and you could get courses. I mean, guys, I've got courses that I've had for years that I have gotten messages from people that are saying, hey man, I'm kind of thankful about this because I'm going to start going through all your old courses that I bought from years ago. I'm going to go through a whole nother re-education of myself. How cool is that? Take that seriously. Use this time to invest in yourself, right? And the next thing that I want to share is this is a good one. Don't naively assume that things are going to be over quicker than they probably will be. Don't assume that. Because if you're looking at your bank account right now and you're thinking to yourself, well, I got this many weeks that I can live before there's a problem. Or, oh, I got like 2 months worth of savings in here. So, if this thing I just need this thing to just blow over in the next, 2 weeks. I think they said that the governor said something like they're going to keep us locked down for, 2 weeks, maybe a month at the most. Okay, I could probably make it a month. If you have limited amount of money, what you need to make sure that you're doing is investing that money wisely. What a lot of people are, and they're going to get caught with their pants down, and they're going to be in a very bad situation. And this is why I'm so passionate about this topic, is because I want to help you to not be one of those people. And I want to help you to help other people to not be those people, because we do not want a whole bunch of people that have run out of money. They're struggling financially because of this. And now they are in complete survival mode. They have no money. They have no food. We do not want that happening in society. That is not good for any of us. You go, well, I'm good. I've got my toilet paper stash and I got a bunch of, beans and I could live for 17 months. That's great. But if you have a way to help someone else, if you have a way and an opportunity to be able to offer somebody else right now that may not be in that situation, you better let them know. Because I hate to be dark or anything like that, but people do crazy things when they're in survival mode. Go to the projects anywhere in a rough area. When people are in survival mode, they do crazy things. And if you can prevent that, if you can prevent someone from doing something crazy or stupid that they might regret by reaching out to them, you're doing your part. So what do you need to do? And what is the mentality that you need to have and share? You need to have this mindset, and I've wrapped this up in a quote that I've shared many times. It's called always play to win, never play to keep from losing. If you have a limited amount of savings, all of your money, not all of your money, all of your main priority, right? Let me say it like this. Your main priority for your money should not be to try to make it last. It should be to multiply what you have. Now that may be different for each person. But for most of you, if you're in some type of network marketing business, then what you should be thinking to yourself is, ooh, all right, I got 2 months worth of money. So I can invest in this thing that will make my business better, right? I don't know. Maybe it's advertising. Maybe it's a course or a product or something like that, right? That would make you better. I don't know what type of tools that you have. Maybe it's more inventory, right? Using your money to make more money with it. Now, if you're not in a business, and this is the message that you need to be sharing with people. If someone has a month and a half's worth of savings and it costs them a half a month's savings to start a business to where they could have something that they could market, then this is what they should be doing with their money. And you need to make sure that you're explaining that properly to them. And again, I share with you, and I will share with you how to explain that more on this training that I'm doing, this live training that I'm going to be doing, where you can just type invite and I'll send you a link to it, where I share how to make money during the coronavirus pandemic by helping other people and using social media marketing strategies and techniques and scripts and things that I've done and used and shared, and will be sharing with you guys. Like, that is what people need to understand. They need to understand that right now, more than ever, if they have a little bit of money, they do not want to be sitting on that and going, I hope this thing only lasts this amount of time. I hope it only lasts a month. Because what happens if they say it lasts some period of time that's longer than the savings they have? Then they're going to look back and they're going to go, man, when I had the money, I should have gotten started in that business that you told them about. They're going to be thinking that. If they see something and you show that to it, if you show them a business and they don't get started, months from now, they're going to be going, if they're in a really bad situation, they're going to be going, gosh, at one point I actually had it. And I should have done it then, because if I did it then, and then I got serious and followed these other steps, like invest in myself, do a ton of personal development right now, then I would have been a lot better off. Then I could have had something and I could have worked on that, and then I could have used that to make me money. Do you see that? Do you see how it's just one giant circle of life? Like, spend your money to make yourself more money. Because if you don't, and your game is to save, then you're playing to keep from losing, when right now you want to be playing to win. Does that make sense? Let me know here in the comments if that makes sense, guys. Thanks for all the love and the hearts and all of the stuff that you guys are posting there. I see you there on Facebook. I see you there, April and Mo. What's going on? All right. So, number 5 tip is don't turn into a walking billboard for your business on social media. As tempting as it is to shout from the rooftops and to let everyone know that you're in a business and, oh my gosh, look at what I'm involved in and I get to make money from home. I'm so happy and you guys all should join. We're doing constant promos on your Facebook page or Instagram or in your stories. If you're doing that, then here's what's going to happen. You're basically playing the game of the tortoise. It's like the tortoise and the hare, and you're playing the game of the hare. You're trying to play that fast game. And here's what happens. There's 2 different types of styles you can do, right? Like the tortoise and the hare. Or I like to call it the hammer and the ninja sword. Some people are just hammering on people about their business. Man, you need to see this, man. Take a look at this. And you're posting stuff on their page constantly pitching. Or like they're the machine gun, spray and pray, instead of being the sniper rifle. If you take that approach, you're going to be a lot better off in the long term. Because I recommend personally being smoother and more targeted, because it's more sustainable long term. And it's going to make your brand look better online, and it's going to make you look better. Because here's the thing, if you're reaching out to people, and I'm going to teach you on this training that I mentioned how exactly you need to be reaching out to people, right? I'm going to share with you guys a couple scripts to share exactly things that you can say when you're approaching people, right? Now, here's the thing. And again, if you're just joining us, type invite in the comment section if you're watching this on Facebook, and I'll give you a link to that. If I post this anywhere else, like on YouTube or anywhere else, I'll drop a link so that way you can register for this training if you're interested. But when you use a more personalized approach, it feels better for the person you're talking to. It's going to look better for you, but you could literally throw all of that away if then they go to your page and it's a giant pitch fest. So you want to be very careful with that, because if you choose to go that route, the hammer, and you're like, nah, Cesar, you don't understand. I'm just going to boom, 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 and just hammer a bunch of stuff all over my wall and just turn my wall into like a giant cork board, with nothing but sales pitches and promos and ads, right? If you end up doing that, the problem is when you go to message people and you're like, hey, how's it going? And you go to care before you share, they're going to take a peek at your wall and they're going to be like, no way, this person is obviously just hitting me up because they want to sell me. What is it they sell? And then they're going to start looking at your stuff and be like, yeah, no. And they won't even reply. And it'll ruin any authenticity of any genuine connections that you're trying to make, where maybe you're not even trying to sell someone, where you're just checking in on someone because you're being a decent human being. You're trying to see how people are doing right now. So those are the 5 tips that I wanted to share with you. Again, just to recap, do understand that you have a financial or a fiduciary responsibility to help other people if you have a product, service, or opportunity that can help other people. That's number 1. So have that belief inside of you when you're reaching out to people, but do make sure that you do it right? Make sure that you say the right things. And again, much more detailed training is going to go in there next. And number 2, do care before you share, right? People don't care how much you know until they know how much you care. Do take this time to invest in yourself. Don't just get fat and lazy and fill up on negative information. Just watching the news all day and you're an expert on the coronavirus. Listen, I became an expert on the coronavirus so that I could teach you guys what you need to know about it and nothing more, so that I can educate people, because I have a pretty large following and I need to make sure that my people aren't hearing information that's going to freak them out and they're going to enter a state of fear and they're going to focus on survival and hoarding instead of trying to thrive. Don't try to survive through this. Thrive through this. This is your opportunity, like I said, to read some books, to do some personal development, watch some YouTube videos, learn a skill. There's something that you want to do Now's the time to get good at it. If you're in network marketing, up your game. You can come out of this thing so much better than ever before. You have the time to reach out to people. People are home doing nothing, binge watching TV. This is the perfect opportunity for you to reach out to them and offer them a way to where they can do something productive with their time. Set up a business and start making money and having fun and being a part of a community of positive people. There's so many benefits to being in network marketing. And if you have that opportunity, man, you're doing people a disservice by not telling them. And if you're not telling them the right way, then you're doing yourself a disservice because you're not investing in yourself to learn exactly how. And shame on you. You know, you're just wasting time. So, I mean, there might be some people watching this that are like, I know how to do social media marketing. I've recruited a couple people online, or that's what I do anyway. If you haven't recruited more people than me, then you should probably listen. Because all it takes is one little nugget, one little idea, change the game for you. And here's the thing. I'm not trying to make this just about me. I'm just trying to use me as an example because this is an example that I'm very familiar with, right? I'm very familiar with myself and the stuff that I teach and what I know. But if anyone is maybe a little bit better than you, then you should listen to them. Maybe. And even if someone's worse than you, sometimes you should listen to them to learn what not to say and do. Hey man, what are you doing right now that's not? Why aren't you getting results? What are you doing? And then don't do that. And number 4, don't naively assume that this is going to be over quicker than it probably is. And make sure that you play all in, right? You always play to win, never play to keep from losing. And make sure that you don't turn into a walking billboard on social media, right? I want you to be the ninja sword instead of being the hammer. All right, so that is my training on the 5 social media tips, the 5 do's and don'ts of building your business on social media during the coronavirus period. Now, I'm going to go in a lot more detail. This was just a warm-up. This was just a little warm-up fun training that I wanted to do with you guys just to help some of you guys to understand these 5 do's and don'ts right now and really what your role is here in this society. For those of you in network marketing and for those of you who are not, find someone who is. Find out what they're doing, hear them out, listen, because they could change your life. And if you don't have any connections and you're someone who just personally follows me and you're looking to do something, then just reach out to me and I'll put you in touch with someone that I know that'll take good care of you. All right. So with that being said, make sure that you type in the word invites. If you're watching this on my fan page, type in the word invites. All is just one word, simple. And what will end up happening is I will then know that you want to be invited to this training that I'm going to be doing. That's a lot more detail where I share my game plan, strategies, and scripts on everything that you need to do right now to build your business successfully on social media. I just shared with you 5 quick tips. I got a lot more coming your way. So make sure that you're on that training. Love you guys so much. Appreciate you. And I will see you in the next video.